Alright guys, so I want to start this video off by mentioning this to you because I share a lot of news breaking stuff and I post several times a day when I hear about current news articles, breaking stories, you know, anything stock market related. When we get done talking about this, pause the video, go down to my description box and follow me on social media. Okay, I think that would be a real benefit to everyone. Is if you, I've been using Instagram and Facebook a lot, and like I said, the reason I mention that is because sometimes it's a lot easier for me to, you know, share a news article I hear about, or if I see another creator, if I see another trader that I'm friends with post something, to share that information. And you know, information does move a little faster that way. And you know, like a lot of times during the week I don't have time to stop everything I'm doing and make a video about it. I try to, you know, with the most current issues, and like I said, the stocks that we cover here on this channel, I really try to stay on top of them the best I can. But I think it would be a benefit if you followed me, like I said, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and then StockTwits is another one. So I have that down in my description box. When you get a second, just go down there, check out my social media links, and you know, follow me on a few of those platforms, or just one of those platforms. Like I said, I'm constantly sharing, you know, important information that even like one of the stocks we're going to cover today, Medtronic, I shared a pretty important news article about that earlier in the week. So, but with no further ado, let's get started on these 4 stocks for the subscriber homework. So instead of making like a stock analysis video on each and every one of these stocks, you know, there was only 4 I've been asked about that got shifted down to the bottom of my list. But instead of making their own individual video, I figure I will just briefly kind of touch on them, and we can talk about it, all 4 of them today in one video. So 2 of these are penny stocks, very small cap penny stocks. Okay, so I'm gonna start here with Puration, guy, ticker symbol PURA. It trades on the OTC exchange, and it's 17 cents per share right now. Okay, now this is a there has been some pretty big news come out about this. Like I said, a lot of it on the very speculative side. This is always something I want to point out to new investors, okay, is that first off, 95% of penny stocks are garbage. Okay, if you did not know, 95% of all penny stocks, guys, are garbage. I try to stay away from on the big side. You know, I want your big money in good stocks, in your Googles, your Amazon, your Nvidias, your AMD, Square, PayPal, Apple, and the list goes on and on and on. So like I said, you know, penny stocks are all very high risk. Okay, sometimes they work out, especially a lot of these cannabis stocks. They have been working out pretty good lately for people. However, you know, a very high percentage of penny stocks fail. I actually, as a matter of fact, the other day I was in my old brokerage account looking at old watch lists, and most of these penny stocks that I tracked 5 or 6 years ago aren't even on an exchange anymore. They're gone. They're completely bankrupt. And I think I might have had like 2 or 3 on an old watch list that were still trading, but they were even lower than they were, you know, like I said, in 2013, 2014. So I want to issue a fair warning on penny stocks. Do not invest a lot of money into these companies. I don't have a problem with you going out and getting $20 or $30 worth, or you know, whatever you can afford to spend on it, but do not put your big money in penny stocks. Okay, so there was a speculative news article that came out about Puration, and they reveal recent interest from a major beverage industry name brand. Okay, and you can go on to read this article. Like I said, it has a very speculative twist on it, but they announced a podcast interview of Puration CEO Brian Shibley, released by the Goldman Small Cap Research, and it provided an in-depth interview of where the CEO sees Puration in the cannabis-infused beverage space, as major beverage companies start to show interest and move into the market. Now, that's all very good. Like I said, it did make the stock jump quite a bit, but there is nothing, you know, this is a little bit different than a news article that is confirmed, okay? It's just the CEO is showing interest in, you know, the cannabis infused beverage space. So, you know, be careful. And like I said, you have to be able to identify, you know, relevant news that's real, and like I said, the speculative type of news. Now, fundamentally, guys, there's really no reason to analyze these stocks. Nothing's going to show up because they don't report to the SEC. That's why they're pink sheeted or on the OTC exchange. So there's nothing to really cover here from the fundamental side. You can just assume it's not a very well run company. That's why it's a penny stock. But it does have an $8.95 million market cap. So I've got the 1 year chart pulled up on Puration, guys, and this is what we call a 10 bagger, okay? Because it's had over 1,000% return in 1 year. So 1 year ago, this stock was actually trading at just a penny and a small fractional amount more. And now, like I said, it's up over, you know, 17 cents a share today. So this stock is getting the cannabis stigma attached to it, which is a very good thing for a stock once it starts getting recognized as a cannabis company. But I just give you fair warning, please be careful if you're going to invest in this. I am not going to issue this stock a buy rating. Like I said, just based on, you know, it's a penny stock until I get some real news that I can really wrap my hands around, and not just complete speculation. Then I'll look into it some more. But I do want it to be upgraded and be on a major exchange before I cover this stock. However, you probably could stick a few shares in your account and make a little money on this. Now, the next stock up on the list, guys, is ticker symbol OHGI, One Horizon Group. Okay, and this stock trades on the NASDAQ, and it's currently sitting at 24 cents a share. Okay. So One Horizon, guys, fundamentally, it's kind of the same story here. It is listed on the NASDAQ, but it is in dangerous territory of being delisted down to the OTC pink sheets. And $15.5 million market cap. It's getting very small. It's lost 76% of its value over 52 weeks. And guys, there's really not a whole lot to look at here. All negative margins. You know, the short percent of float has pulled up a little bit, and the short percent of shares outstanding has actually not that bad, pretty reasonable. But what I'm guessing is that most people are just sold and gone out of this stock. Okay. So $604,000 of cash and $1 million of total debt. That is actually kind of positive to see that. You know, that's actually maybe one positive sign fundamentally that they have going for them. So I've got the 1 year chart pulled up, guys, and it has had a high of $3.38, and like I said, now it is trading around 24 cents. So this stock has been absolutely slaughtered. It looks like it was in the threes, and then it traded down to the twos, and now it's all the way into the pennies again. Definitely not heading in a good direction. So here is a couple news articles. It looks like that are kind of pushing the stock a little bit. So One Horizon Group enters into agreement to offer on-demand video and music streaming service. So it sounds like they are trying to maybe rival Spotify. So I don't really track this stock very often, but what I will say about it, guys, it is not heading in a good direction right now. Now, some of these news articles, like I said, can push it up for that short-term volatility. But, you know, even like I said, this news article up here about it entering into the service agreement, that is not concrete enough for me to feel like this is a real investment. So I would just be very careful. Possibly a good stock to trade, probably not a good stock to own. So I also had somebody ask about AirAsia. And I have looked through my resources, guys, and did not find this listed on the one of the American exchanges, and I did not find it on the OTC market. So My suggestion there, I'm going to pass on this one, but my suggestion there would be to try to find different coverage if you do trade this stock or you do have a Taiwan broker, to try to find analysis from a different content creator or look online somewhere else, because I don't cover stocks that don't trade under the the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange, and so you might want to look elsewhere for stock analysis. Now, the last company I was asked about was Medtronic, ticker symbol MDT. This is a NASDAQ stock, guys, and it's trading at $97 today. Okay, so this is a diamond in the rough right here. This is a company I am familiar with. Like I said earlier in the week, I did share something on social media about Medtronic. They pay a 2.11% dividend, and they have an earnings date coming up November 20th. Very big company. They're a $131 billion market cap. They got a forward PE of 17.5. Like I said, very good profit margin, operating margin, very good return on assets and equity. This stock is not getting shorted hardly at all. Like I said, that's current through September 27th. And let's go on down here. The balance sheet's pretty good. $11 billion in cash, $25 billion in debt. They do pay a dividend. We just talked about that. 2.11%. That's always a nice little payout to get on any stock. And then they're 5.65 on operating cash flow and 6.2 on unlevered free cash flow. I got the 1-year chart pulled up on Medtronic, guys, and it is a very nice looking chart. Looks like you've had a lot of dips to buy here, and then this most recent dip that we just had last week, where the stock market dipped down real hard. This stock got back into the low 90s, and now, like I said, it's recovered to about $95 to $97. Here's the 5-year chart, guys, and it has grown nicely. So not quite a 100% return in 5 years, but very, very close to it. So I would feel very comfortable taking a position in Medtronic on a pullback, okay? If you want to call this a pullback right now, I would have to debate that with you, because it is very, very close to its 52-week high, okay? But with that said, if you wanted to take a half position here, then wait for a pullback and backload it a little bit, I would not have a problem with that. This is a rock solid company, guys, and I'm calling it a buy. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some value in it. Also, remember, go down to my description box. Make sure to check out my social media links. Have a great day, and as always, happy investing.